The neon signs of Nexus Station flickered in rhythm with the artificial day-night cycle, casting long shadows across the promenade. Cora sat at her usual corner table in the food court, her cybernetic legs stretched out beneath the transparent aluminum surface. The prosthetic hummed softly, a constant reminder of the mining accident that had changed everything 3 years ago. She didn't mind the stares anymore. Humans were still relatively new to the Galactic Council, and most species had never seen one up close. What bothered her was the trio of Velcron males approaching her table, their scales rippling with colors that she'd learned meant aggression. "Human," the largest one hissed, his forked tongue tasting the recycled air. "You sit in Velcron section." Cora glanced around the busy food court. There were no section markers, no territorial designations, just tables and chairs available to anyone with credits. "I don't see your name on it," she replied calmly, taking another bite of her protein bar. The Velcron's crest flared. Among his species, such disrespect warranted immediate physical response. His clawed hand shot out, striking Cora across the face with enough force to knock her from her chair. Her cybernetic leg caught awkwardly and she crumpled to the floor, pain blooming across her cheek. "Weak species," another Velcron spat. "Cannot even stand properly." The food court had gone silent. Dozens of alien eyes watched, but no one moved to help. Humans had only been part of the council for 5 standard years. Newcomers, untested, unproven. The Velcrons had been members for centuries. The mathematics of intervention didn't favor the solitary human girl. Cora tasted copper in her mouth. She touched her lip, fingers coming away crimson. The Velcrons laughed, a sound like rocks grinding together. Before swaggering away toward the station's entertainment district, she pulled herself back into her chair, fighting tears of humiliation more than pain. A Thanic server approached nervously, offering napkins with trembling appendages. I am sorry. Security has been notified." But Cora knew how station politics worked. The Velcrons had diplomatic immunity. Their clan controlled 3 resource-rich systems. Nothing would happen. An hour later, Adam pushed through the food court entrance with 5 other humans flanking him. They moved with a particular economical grace that came from years of military service. Each bore the subtle marks of veterans, scars, cybernetic enhancements, the 1,000-yard stare that never quite faded. Adam's eyes found Cora immediately. The swelling had started, a purple bruise spreading across her cheekbone. His jaw tightened. "They went toward the entertainment sector," Cora said quietly. She knew that look. She'd seen it before in the mining colonies when pirates attacked. "Adam, don't. The station laws—" "I'm familiar with station laws," Adam replied, his voice carrying the gravel of someone who'd breathed too much combat smoke. "I'm also familiar with honor. Something those scalebacks clearly aren't." The oldest of the group, a woman with silver threading through her black hair and a cybernetic eye, knelt beside Cora. "Lieutenant Commander Sarah Chen, retired." "Let me see that." As Sarah examined Cora's injuries, Adam and the others headed toward the entertainment district. The crowd parted before them instinctively. Predators recognized predators regardless of species. The Velcrons had claimed an entire gaming parlor, their bulk sprawled across chairs designed for smaller species. They were boasting loudly about the fragile human when Adam walked in. "Gentlemen," Adam said, the word dripping with irony, "I believe you owe someone an apology." The largest Velcron, the one who had struck Cora, rose to his full 7 feet of height. "Human, you are small, weak like the crippled female." "Maybe," Adam conceded, "but we've got something you don't." "And what is that?" "Experience." What happened next would be analyzed in military academies for years to come. Humans, it turned out, had spent millennia perfecting the art of violence. While the Velcrons were physically stronger, they'd never faced a species that had survived everything from ice ages to nuclear weapons, that had clawed its way to the top of a death world's food chain through sheer bloody-minded persistence. Adam didn't fight with honor or ritual. He fought to win. A strike to the Velcron's knee joint, the weak point in their anatomy, a twist that used the alien's own weight against it. Within seconds, the largest Velcron was on the ground, Adam's boot on its neck. The other 2 lunged. Adam's companions intercepted them with clinical precision. These were men and women who'd fought in the border wars, who'd held positions against impossible odds, who'd learned that survival didn't care about fair play. In under 3 minutes, all 3 Velcrons were subdued, conscious but immobilized. Adam leaned down, his voice carrying across the suddenly silent parlor. On Earth we have a saying, "Fuck around and find out, you just found out. Now apologize, or I demonstrate what humans do to those who hurt children and disabled civilians." The Velcron's translator took a moment to process the threat. Its eyes widened in genuine fear, an expression Adam had seen on a dozen different alien faces across as many worlds. "I apologize," it wheezed. "Not to me, to her." Station security arrived eventually, but by then the veterans had already left. The Velcrons filed a complaint naturally. The council investigated naturally. What they found was footage of the initial assault, recorded by a dozen different species' personal devices. What they found was witness testimony corroborating that Adam and his friends had acted in defense of an injured civilian. What they found was a loophole in the diplomatic immunity statutes that even the Velcron's expensive lawyers couldn't navigate. More importantly, what the galaxy found was a new understanding. Humans protected their own. Hurt one, and the whole species took it personally. Cora sat in the same food court a week later, her bruises fading to yellow-green. Adam joined her, sliding a cup of coffee across the table. "You didn't have to do that," she said. "Yes, I did." Adam sipped his own coffee. "We didn't claw our way out of Earth's gravity well just to watch bullies push people around. Doesn't matter if it's a schoolyard or a space station. The council is investigating you. Let them. They'll find that humans have a particular talent for finding the gaps in bureaucracy." He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. Those eyes that had seen too much. Besides, word spreading. 3 more veterans showed up yesterday. Apparently there's a whole network of us keeping an eye on humans throughout council space. Cora felt something warm bloom in her chest. Hope, maybe, or just the simple knowledge that she wasn't alone. "Thank you," she whispered. Adam nodded. "Anytime, kid. That's what we do. We take care of each other. It's the human way." Across the food court, a group of Velcrons entered, saw Adam, and quickly chose a different establishment. The message had been received. Loud and clear. Humanity had arrived, and they didn't play by the old rules.